We got to save what's worth saving, and it's not just about the buildings, but it's about maintaining a livable neighborhood that's got balance, that has people in it that are not being driven out by speculative developers. To say that these buildings have no value other than what we can build up and above and beyond their existing FAR is, it's a crime.
It's a total waste of our time to even imagine that they are going to do anything. Hi. Yeah, this is a walking tour. Okay, I'm Evelyn.
Our first mission is obviously landmarking, and to do that, we have to identify what's worth keeping. And we went on the walking tour today. It was just the beginning of reaching out to our neighbors and people from outside the area to come and see the beautiful buildings that we have and really understand the context and the history in which we're living.
As you walk through the neighborhood and you're talking to people and they come back and tell you another building's going up, we lost another piece of property, talk to them. Tell them what's going on. Main thing is tell them why.
This magnificent building belongs to the community, and it should stay that way. We're going to let the luxury builders build somewhere else. We don't need to be handing them this in exchange for a mediocre sports center, because that's what we're getting.
This neighborhood is so rich. The people are so wealthy in terms of who they are, their character, the layers to the fabric of their character. And I believe that the developers are tampering with that. And it's not right. It's just not right.
You know, the cycle of the city now is just too fast, and it's totally driven by money and not by any other factor. Aside from the human toll, which is incredible, nobody has a connection to anything, and neighborhoods are neighborhoods because of people, not because of buildings.
There's 137 communities across the city that have landmarked, and many, many more in line, because people really understand it's a lot of things. It's not. It used to be the perception of landmarking, those white people, daughters of the American Revolution, let's save the house that George Washington slept in. But now I think people understand that it's really about protecting a livable scale, a human scale, architecture and character, and it's architecture makes neighborhoods. So when you have faceless, ugly glass towers, it's really not conducive to the way humans like to live and interact with each other.
This is the outline of our initial district here in Crown Heights South. We are looking.
But landmarking is our best bet to just stop this overbuilding in its tracks. And we're a little bit behind the 8 ball here, but I also see Crown Heights South as a way for everybody who lives here, residents, homeowners, business people, to really work together, because the one thing we do share are our buildings.
With Crown Heights South, I see a unification that is developing. And that's all important, because one of the things that I've spoken to Dwayne Nicholson about, Evelyn Tilly-Costa about, is how you build a neighborhood into a community. What I see here emanating from Crown Heights South is a great deal of this. People moving together towards one common goal and making things happen.